Hello, this is Aussie Stitcher, Belinda, coming to you on this 8th of September 2018. It's been longer than normal. Usually I do it on the first of the month, and I have been for the last, but we've had sickness. All the kids have been sick. All the kids have been at antibiotics in August. It's been pretty full on with activities. We've had sports carnivals. We've had Michaela became champion girl for her year 1, and Sophie was champion girl for her year in year 6. We've also had sports finals where the D grade netball, which is what Sophie and Iona played, made the first semi-finals, and Sophie's hockey team made it all the way to the last of the semi-finals before the grand final, and they missed out. Like, the other team got a goal in the last 10 minutes. They fought hard. They had no reserves in Sophie's hockey team. Everyone was either away or sick, and so they had to play the full, I think it's 40 minutes with a 10-minute half. Not even 10-minute half, like a 5-minute half. It was hard work. Like, I think it might have been even 25 minutes. So they did really, really well. So on top of that, you got sports training, school, and on top of all of that, earlier this week, William's godfather passed away. So I've only just started to feel okay enough to do a video, on top of the fact that I also have been sick. And that's all I'm going to say on it, because it's still very raw. But I will say just this: if by any chance any of that family happens to watch this at any given time, my deepest condolences to you, the partner and the kids. He was one in a million, a true gentleman. So, yeah, moving on. We also had the expo that was on, which was looking at all these hats around me. So in the town over to us, it has like a farming expo, which has tractors, machinery, as well as all the mechanical stuff, and the sheep and the cows, plus women's or family interests, I think they call it now, tents. So we spent the day there and got a whole heap of free hats, free water bottles. Sophie and Iona are old enough now that they can walk around by themselves, and I bumped into them like every 10 minutes, and they walked around also with our boss's kids. So there was a group of 4 of them, and they had a great time. We had a great time. So it's been ridiculously busy. We don't have any sport now until basketball and swimming club starts up. But basketball is usually held on just the one day training and then a game for the kids. And swimming club, we don't do any of the competitions because we do enough travelling in the winter sports. I should do a full disclosure. The kids are home. It is Saturday. This is my first free chance that I've had to do it. So I might get distracted as one of them walks past this way and stares at me, and off you go. They have been asked very nicely. Will had asked for a tea party, so they're through the house with a proper tea party with tea and milk and doing the works. Oh my goodness, that was probably a lot of rambling for the first 4 minutes. I do want to say, sorry about the sloping, a big thank you to Stitching May. She's been a really true friend through this last month of crappiness. I'm sorry if anyone is offended by that. I've had a really crap couple of months. This year alone, I've had my washing machine die twice, my dishwasher die. I put petrol in my diesel tank, which was my fault. Will's teeth got knocked front out. Thursday, I hit a kangaroo, so my car is damaged and needs now to go to insurance. On top of that, William's godfather other stresses that come up, Megan has been the most awesomest, not near me friend ever. So thank you, Megan. Thank you for checking in on me. Thank you for your awesome present, which I'll show you later. Just generally, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Not enough coffee this morning. So, on to whips. Oh, before we go on to whips, for the people who won my giveaway with those magazines, I haven't sent them out between the kids being sick most of August and then everything else that's happened. They're going to get sent out on Tuesday when I go into town. I know that probably means nothing to you when you watch this, but they are going out. Also, my giveaway for my 1,000 subscribers, I forgot to give you a deadline. So if you skip to this video and you're like, ooh, what giveaway? Watch my last one to get all the details. You have to comment on the last video. But I'm doing till my next video. So 1st of October-ish when I get back to it. Might be a bit later. But, you know, the next video in October will be the deadline and I will draw a winner. I've added a couple of extra things too. So head in there, give it a go. I think I've got about 15 or so people entered, which is pretty awesome. Considering, even though I have 1,000 subscribers, I think I average about 300 people watching me, and I know it's a chart that a lot of people have as well. So I'm not surprised, but yay. I was going to do a whole heap of shout outs to stitches, and I completely forgot. So I'm afraid that will have to wait. But on to if you can hear that, that's Michaela and William having a discussion on tea pouring. Okay, so my first whip is in my Rabbit Trails when she was doing them Terry bag. And this was because Michaela's birthday is in August. So I was stitching the August fairy, and I actually don't have a before. I did take a before, but my darling daughter, Michaela, who often goes onto my iPad when she's playing and takes photos of herself, must have gone and accidentally deleted a couple of photos. It's not earth-shattering. So if I have a before photo, I'll put them in. If I don't, this one I know I don't. You want to say hi?
I need to say hi.
You say a quick hi and then off you go.
Hi.
How are you?
Nice to you.
Nice to meet you?
Bye.
Oh, no. Off you go. Go and keep an eye on your sisters.
I want to stay with you.
You want to stay with me?
Yeah.
Can you sit here though? Okay. So, this is on a Colour Cascades 32 count Belfast Opal in either Fall or Barbie Girl. Yeah, leave that there. And this is where she's up to now. So what I did was I finished off the dress and then I did her I finished off her arm. My needle minder is from Nifty Needle Nannies, which is no longer open. So loving this, but what I discovered, can you not open that please? Where's my cover page? I don't have a lot more to do until she's finished the page up. and this is really easy stitching. It's a lot of block stitching. So she's coming into being a focus for a finished, and as soon as I get this top fully done, then I think what I'll do is I'll just stick to this whip until it's done. I probably won't get that top done until the end of the year. Can you not? No, William. No. You're good. No.
I want to look at this.
Because it will just get pulled out when it does. But yeah, this is just lots and lots of just block stitching. Lots of X's.
Who that guy? Who that? Who that?
I don't know, sweetie. They're just pictures. So that is where that is. So I'm hoping that next year this will be finished. And then, when's this one? Then it was time for my start with Jessie Marie from Jessie Marie Does Stuff, and also Stitching Noni joined in as well for our friend anniversary. So we started Fairy Moon. Really sorry about Will. William, you need to leave things alone so I can do this. Okay?
How to get that? Good idea.
Good idea, Mum. Bribery works in the highest degree. So I'm doing... Now, I had a different fabric plan for this. I had colour shades. I didn't realise this was on a fat half until the night before we're starting. So, quick look through my whips. And I've got this one from Chromatic Alchemy. So, my needle minders are... sticking to one another. And a quick message to Jessie Marie and say, hey, I'm in a bit of a quandary. Yep, take it through.
Too hard.
Too hard?
Thank you.
Alright, off you go.
I also have boys.
No, because I've got to show them. Off you go. So, we decided that it would look awesome. You know, she'll be down here in the sky, the moon will be up. So this is 32 count Monaco. And I can't think of what this is called. I'll look it up. But yeah, that's all I got done. As I said, it was a rough month with sicknesses. This is about the time I had sick kids. But it's a start. Jessie Marie started and did the moon and then worked down. So it was interesting to see how different people start things. So, but I think that's going to turn out really well. And, you know, you learn from your rookie mistakes. Double check. My needle minders are... What did you do? Do you want to go and get an ice pack? Okay, sweetie. Just take it easy. She kicked herself. And that sounds very uncaring. But she does it so often. From Nifty Needle Nannies. And this one is a new one that I got from Needle Minders Obsession. And this just reminded me of Jessie Marie with the bling and the orange tones. And yeah, so And then I decided to join in the that August arbitrary August that Stitching Mummy Sarah started. And this is where my plans for a while is going to be changed up a bit. I really enjoyed the fact that I was touching whips that I hadn't touched for a while. So what I've done is that I've got the Tiny Decisions app, which is only for iPhones, but you can get one that's similar for Android. So I've got my two ones, I've got my whips, and I've got the ones that I want to do touch touch regularly to try and get finishes that I know are closer to a finish, or like Sophie's Enchanted Mermaid, not remotely close, but that's something that I would like to work on. And so what I'm going to do is that when I spin the wheel for my monthly ones, which is like those Season Queens, August Period, Enchanted Mermaid, Sleeping Beauty, and Coffee Quaker and Outback Storm, I will work on them for 5 days. The other whips, so when I worked on them for 5 days, I'll spin my other wheel, which has all my other whips. And when that comes up, I will work on them 3 to 4 days, depending on how I go. Because I've realised that I'm a really slow stitcher and I don't have a lot of time at the moment. So that's also slowing down progress. But those whips are more that I just want to touch and keep progress happening until I get to the point where I'm like, okay, I finished with these ones. Now these are getting moved over to my focusing pile. I didn't really do that after, with everything that was happening in August, sickness, I just kept spinning the wheel. But I think I'm going to do that going forward. Plus, next year, knowing that I've just started the last of the Season Queens on the 1st of September, that I might have one with all my starts on it that are ready to be started, or my Meal Hill kits, the Mary Villiers and the Joan Elliott's that are already kitted up. And every 3 months, I might have a new start and just spin the wheel, have another wheel and spin it and have a new start, because I've enjoyed having a new start every 3 months. So I span the wheel, and in my Farmyard Stitching Necessities bag is, and this one I actually do have a before pick. So I pulled out Christmas Blue Angel. Oh no, hang on. No, I didn't spin the wheel for this. This was for Vintage Stitches whole month of August stitch along on something Christmas, and this is my only Christmas piece. There you go. Mental blank. All that, and it's not even remotely to do with Upper Tree August. So I do have a before pick here. And this is stitched on 32 count opal from Mermaid's Tails and Angel Wings, or Angel Wings and Mermaid's Tail. And I got more. Again, sick kid, so not a hell of a lot of progress. I got more done in here, and then I brought some of the colours down here. I do love this. It's so pretty. So sparkly. You can actually see some of the sparkles. And my needle minder is from Nifty Nannies, which is no longer in business. At the moment, they might be coming back. So then I spun the wheel and I pulled out, not that whip. I'm going to have to get up in a minute to get the other whip. I pulled Blossom Goddess. And now she was the one that I started in 2017 on the 1st of January with Tipsy Stitcher Sarah. And where I started, I was somewhere in here, and there was a lot of colour changes, and I got over it really quickly, and I hadn't got back to it. Now, if I have a before picture, I'll stick it in here. Now, this is getting stitched on 32 Count Belfast by Jazz by Picture This Plus. And I got a lot done and fell in love with this piece. So I just had in here done, and I did all out here, and down. And I just love it. And even though it's kind of looking like that blue, it's surrounded by other colours, but it does stand out when I see it. So I'm not too worried. But no, I absolutely love this. Couldn't put it down. Wanted to keep stitching. And that's one of the things I really did like about Arbitrary August. I did story time, frosted pumpkin story time with the little frames and the books that Stitching Mummy Sarah is doing. I realised I'm no longer going to do that, so I unpicked the one square that I had done to save my fabric, and I'm really considering UFOing the frosted pumpkin from last year stitch along, just because the kids are a bit older now. The person who I had in mind for it had a boy, and it doesn't really suit a boy, so I'm like, but I've done enough that I can't unpick it to salvage the fabric, and I hate wasting, but I just know I don't want to stitch on it. But anyway, that's Blossom. Just love this. And my needle minder, I think, is from Nifty Needle Nannies. And my bag is from Little Yellow House Crafts. Now I'm just going to get the other whip. This is going to be a long one, and it's going to be a pain in the neck to upload. So then I spun the wheel, and I pulled out Fairy Tale by the Gold Collection. And I realised pretty well straight off that the fabric had to go. It was the Gold Dimensions fabric, and a quick calculation realised I would have had an inch to frame, and I don't like using that because it's hard to stitch close to the edge with a Q-snap, let alone anything else. So off you go, Will. Yeah, I've got to show it and then you can have it. So I did a restart, which I knew was going to happen.
Yeah, I loved it.
So I restarted it on a huge piece of white 18 count Aida, and I stitched what I had before plus a little bit more, and that's it. By the time you restart something and you're going over what you've already done, you're like over it. But this is a good start. Can I show it first? Megan, Stitching May, sent this to Will to Shark's Tooth. Oh, hang on, we're gonna open it again. I think. Excuse me. Girls touching when they shouldn't be. There you go.
Thank you.
So yeah, just it's on 18 count Ada white, and I'm actually looking forward now to getting back to this. And pretty sure that was it. I somehow think I'm missing one, but. And anyway, then it was the 1st of September, and I started Spring Queen along with Lorna from the Ladybird Stitcher in Australia. And this gave me, and it still does to a degree, quite the heart attack. And I ended up messaging a few people, and I ended up message videoing Kay Cross Stitch Stitcher. That's on Flosstube. And she very awesomely put aside, she was about to start her WoW, World of Warcraft, and helped me out. The fabric that I picked ended up being, the bit that I started with, ended up being very close to that bit there. And I was like, do I keep going? Do I bin it? Do I go on to this bluer fabric? Which would have, but the issue we had was that there's a lot of different colours throughout this, and I felt we could have battled with some other things as well. And I really, really wanted this fabric. So after unrolling it off my frame and Kay having a good look at it and umming and ahhing and talking to a couple of other people, we went with it. So it is stitched on 32 count Belfast from Picture This Plus Highland, and it's this beautiful greenies, yellowies colour. And for the 8 days that I've worked on this, 7 days, it's a really small, insignificant amount. But I got the one colour that's in that block. And it will stand out well because it does, not that you can see it there, but it does get darker over here and darker down below. And it'll be fine with all the dark colours. And it gets back stitched. And when you take it off the frame and you look at it in person, you can see it actually quite easily. You can't really there. But I'm happy to stick with this now. So all the queens are started, and my plan is to keep working them with each season, even if it's just like a week to 2 weeks out of that 3-month period. I know that sounds really bad, but these are not high on my priority. This was just a fun little thing that I wanted to do, and Lorna liked the idea as well. And she's like, "Can I?" And it's been really fun watching her because she chooses fabric that I wouldn't choose, but the pieces look stunning on it. If you haven't seen Lorna the Ladybird Stitches video, start. Her fabric choices are just phenomenal. Beautiful. And that's it. That's it for WIP. We actually had a good month. Not a lot of progress, really, on a lot of them. We're at 30 minutes and... oh my God. Going into the next bit, which is gifts, stash, and a swap that I was in. I'll start with the swap. So on a group I'm on with Tracy P, she organised a Christmas and July swap, and I got the wonderful Leslie from Under the Seas Fabrics. When I realised that I got Leslie from Under the Sea Fabrics, I was like, oh, wow. So, and she said for whatever reason, she didn't mean to go with it, but it just continued with the cactus theme throughout the whole lot. So you had, and I can't remember all of them, but you had like a list, like you had to get something from their wish list, something useful, something Christmassy, and I can't think. So anyway, and she gave me extra. I was so lucky. I got this little cactus plastic toy thing, right? Which is, the kids love it. I also got this pin cushion cactus, which I have been using. Yeah, there's a pin in there. Needle. Sorry about the noise. She also made me this cactus scissor fob. Isn't it pretty? And she made me one of the things that you help thread your needles as well. The colours she chose are just beautiful. So she also gave me a cactus note pad with pen. A cactus Christmas from Redbird Designs, Merry Your. I'm guessing that's very southern, Texan. Beautiful card, which I didn't realise at the time, comes with a chart at the back. That is just a beautiful card. I don't know if we can get these in Australia. Does anyone know? Something that had to be framed was this. I remember that one. I keep thinking I might put this in William's room. What are you doing?
Fixing it up.
And you just had to choose one chart, but she gave me two. She gave me Tatiana, I think that's how you pronounce it, the Queen of the Fairies. And also Ms. Also Crafty did this one recently, I'm pretty sure, and it was stunning. And the other one she gave me was Midsummer Night's Fairy. I'll just put them aside because there's something else that came with that later from someone else. So thank you again, Leslie, if you ever happen to watch this. It was amazing. No, William. No. Thank you. I also got a beautiful little package from Stitching Noni. This was a bolt out of the blue. Who is sending me stuff? And it was right in the middle, I think, when all the kids were really sick and I was just getting very over sick kids. So she sent me this needle minder that I was looking at on Needle Minder a session that I missed out and she got, so she thought she would send it to me. I need my space. In a minute. This gave my oldest a laugh. She also sent me keyring and tag holder to put your threads on for Fairy Moon. These will be getting put on Fairy Moon, so I have a bit of Jessie Marie and a bit of Stitching Noni every time I get that out. And remember the wonderful people that are out there that I've never met, but are awesome. And she gave me some extras just in case. Beautiful card. She gave, wheels just taken off with some lollies that Megan Stitching May sent me. A scissor fob with a pair of scissors. Love this. Blue is my favourite colour. I just love this. Plus she sent me...
Did you say that we're allowed to?
Yes, I know. Can you just grab one and bring it back to me?
Oh, Will said we're allowed to.
One. And these little ones. That one. And Snippet from Lizzie Kate. Plus this cool little bag, which I just love. The girls got, and William got some stickers, which I've already given to them. And they've been having a ball with that. So, that is that done. Thank you again, Stitching Noni. This just gave me the biggest smile and really made my day. Also, I found my missing parcel that I got from Journey of a Stitcher, that I ordered from Journey of a Stitcher, which Will was getting into. So I ordered this sleigh, Mill Hill Kit sleigh, because I enjoyed the other one that I did. I got End of Forest Grew, because I just love this. And everyone knows the middle, but I will read it out just in case you haven't, because this has been floating around for a while. And out of the ground made the Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight, and soon, and good food, the tree of life also in the middle of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And I know a lot of people have taken this out and done the Dr. Seuss one about, don't kill everything kind of thing. If I could find that done all for me, I would put that in. But this doesn't worry me either. And I got Strawberry Fields Forever. One. You can grab it, but he can't eat them. So I want the things back. Forever Fields, Strawberry Fields Forever. And a free thank you fairy. Michaela, you're trying to be difficult because you didn't think I would tell you off while on video, but I will. I said one, and that is final. Off you go, now. So, then, I got some needle minders that I personally brought from Needle Mind Obsession. So I got some more clay mermaids. Some more clay mermaids. And seahorse and the trio with the over here. Gorgeous. And then I got a gift from Megan. I can't show you the lollies that she gave me because Will ran off with them. But they were taffy and toffee and hard sucking lollies, which the kids have been trying out. William didn't like the hard lolly. He spat them out pretty fast quickly. But she also went beyond and beyond, above and beyond, and sent me a whole heap of other things. Twisties? Yeah. I have no idea where twisties are. So she was going through some magazines and found some Joan Elliott. So she very beautifully cut them out, teared them out. I don't know where they are. So this one is, and she messaged me and said, hey, do you want these? So this one is May. This one is no idea, but I don't like how they've done the cheeks thing, so I would move it so that the colours were a lot lighter. Well, get Sophie to untwist them. This stocking? Oh no, not the stocking, the patterns on the backs.
Banana.
One of the lollies that Megan gave us were these. Them ones. They came in different flavours. There you go. What are on here? That one. That one. See, I like how these cheeks are not so in your face, makeup-y red.
Banana.
The poppy.
Banana.
Angel of Love. That one. And that one.
Yucky. Yucky.
He doesn't like the taffy one. So, she also sent over this beautiful tractor one. The John Deere. I don't think they're not all John Deere. But that's like a John Deere Massey. I'll get Jeff to tell me what he thinks they are. And then this 1938 John Deere Model A. So that's pretty cool. She also gave me some beading needles because you always need beading needles. The embellishment patch for the Glendon Place, this will do nicely. So the beads and the chronic. This was my, Megan, can you please get me this for my coffee Quaker because I got the wrong one. And then she also got me, because she is awesome, Butterfly Fairy in the new release that came out, plus the bead pack. Now, if that wasn't enough, I also got a stubby holder, which I'm not sure what you would call them in America, but it's where you put your drink in to keep cold. My husband got one as well, a shot glass, which I didn't bring over to show. Plus we got a hat each with the state that Megan's from. Mine's up there, and I don't want to get up again. Mine's a beautiful green one with purple writing. She also got me this. It's a Tartar's Exploding Project bag. Oh, I love this. Thank you so much, Megan. I nearly died when I saw this. Now, if that was not enough, Megan happened to be at a treat where Leslie from Under the Sea Fabrics was. And I'm like, Megan, I would really would like some fabric. If you could show me some fabric, because I want to do the 2 mirrors that she gave me on the fabric that she creates. So if you can show me, like, and I pick out 2 and I will, you know, pay you for them, and then if you could send them to me, I would be really, really appreciated. So she was awesomely enough and did that, took time out of her retreats, showed me something that I even get to spoke to Leslie. That was really exciting. And then I'm like, Megan, you haven't sent me your PayPal details. Megan, you haven't sent me your PayPal details. And then I get up, shut up, they're part of your gift. Okay, so I get these 2 beautiful folders. And in them was the project, the fabric that we picked. So for Tatiana, between Megan and Leslie and I, we picked Under the Sea Fabrics 32 count opal linen, Heaven's Fury. This is a beautiful piece of fabric, and I think will do quite nicely on that, considering it's got those rich, vibrant colours. And then for A Midsummer Nights, we picked 32 count Jobelan Whimsical Winter. Yeah, that's probably a better. Just beautiful colours. My first ever Under the Sea fabrics. Thank you, Megan. These are going, pattern and all, going in here now. And I will kit them up eventually to get ready to start, knowing how awesome you were and how awesome Leslie was with her gift. Thank you, both of you, and thank you. I got this this week on Wednesday, just after William's godfather died, and I knew it was coming. Like, I knew she'd been collecting stuff, and she's showing me bits and pieces. Like, hey, I've got these, like, in the magazines, and I was, you know, so. But it just arrived. You know how everyone's saying, "Oh, someone sent me this, and it arrived just in time." This did. And but wait. I've still got other stuff to show you people, and I've got more stuff coming because I've had to do an order. Last night, Megan's morning, I opened up my Facebook and I saw this, and I immediately messaged Megan and went, look at this. This is my first long dog sampler that I love. Honest to God, fell in love straight away. I gotta have it. I brought the chart within 5 minutes of seeing this. And Megan's like, I want to stitch that as well. Unfortunately, I had to do an order. I could not find the fabric that I wanted on 36 count, because I'm silly enough to try 36 count with this in Australia. So I had to do a 1, 2, 3 stitch, and we all know if you live in Australia and you have to do a 1, 2, 3 stitch order, you do it till you fill up until it's just jumps into the next postage, and then you take that one last item off so that you've made the most of your postage, because you're not paying 13 American dollars, which is something like 16, 17 Australian dollars postage for one thing. You fill that sucker up. So I've got fabric coming from this. I picked, might be Lakeside linen, bittersweet. It's a very, very light, you could almost say white fabric, but it's an off-white. But I love this. And I'm going to do it in the DMC. I was going to do it in the specialty, But then it would take 28 meters of raven. That's just black. So I decided just to go with the DMC. And Megan pulled the DMC out and put on the fabric that she chose, and it looks gorgeous. So I will be starting this in 2 to 3 weeks' time when my parcel arrives with Megan, and I think Donna is going to start with us too, and whoever else wants to. And then we come to my Colour Cascades orders that are mounted up. So, pretty sure I've shown this, but I've got the embroiderer. Pretty sure I've shown this, the last one. It obviously didn't get put away. Or it could have came just after. But anyway, I've got the embroiderer. Love her. I also got the... Feels like I have shown this. The Alice... If I've shown this before, I apologise. Alice in Wonderland, or Alice from Mirabella, with the bee peg and specialty thread. This I know I haven't shown. So I've been making my own thread holders, but because I've run out of scrapbooking paper and then I would have to buy more, it ended up being economical just to buy a couple of these. So I bought the project cards that Colour Cascades do, and these work fantastically. I got Mary. I've just ordered the next one with some more thread that I need for spring because she uses a lot of the same colour. The Cock-a-doodle-doo in the Farmhouse Christmas. And the Lady Mirabilia with the special charm and the beads. The threads are still coming. Oh, no, there's something else in here. Of course there's something else in here. Oh, my Nine thread that I brought. And the Mirabilia Cross Stitch Designs 25th anniversary. And this was actually quite cool because it talks a bit about her first one, Sleeping Beauty, which I have. I've even got Damask. Mermaids of the Pearl, which I have. Gives you a chart of a silhouette, that one, which is basically done in water lilies. The Feathered Fairy, Circle of Friends, which I've got because these remind me of my girls, Shakespeare Fairies, and that's it. Oh my goodness, people, I don't think I've ever had nearly an hour-long video before, but that is enough. So I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's messaged me, who's left comments on Instagram. Thank you so much. You guys have been awesome. Thank you for all the subscribers, all the people who comment, all the people that take their time out to listen to me in my madhouse with my kids that interrupt constantly. Next year will be different because William will be at kindy 2 to 2.5 days a week, which means I can video in peace and quiet. We won't know ourselves. I will be able to keep my house more tidier too and keep up with bookwork. But thank you for everyone. Thank you for being awesome, for being an awesome community. Thank you, and have a great stitching day. Bye.